Okay, press pause before you look at the solutions to the examples that I present in this video. And also, if you need to play it to get a hint, then press pause if each time the hint is sufficient for you. All right, here we have a stem and leaf plot. We want to find out what percent of all the data points are above 32. So here I have a bunch of data points and I've organized them in a stem and leaf plot. The way you read this is if you see a number followed by the vertical segment, and then another number is 53. So for example, this 2 followed by the 0 tells me that I have a data point of 20. And then I have another data point of 20, then 21, 22, and so on. Okay, so here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 data points in total. Okay, I want to find out what percent of those 19 data points are above 32. So if I look at this line here, I see the 3 followed by the 2, so that's a 32. Then I have a 33, a 35, and so on. Okay, 40, 51, 53, 58. So I have the data points that are above 32. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 data points above 32, and I want to divide that by the total number of data points to find the percentage. And then I'm going to take that decimal and multiply it by 100%, and it will give me the percentage. So we plug that into the calculator, and we get around 52.6%. Okay, here I have a figure in which segment PQ is parallel to segment RS. I have angles alpha, beta, and gamma, and I want to find out what alpha is in terms of beta and gamma. Okay, because these two sides here are parallel, I can consider PR to be a transversal there. So that means this angle right here is going to be congruent to this angle right here. So this is going to be alpha. So now I have the triangle, which has the angle alpha and the angle gamma. Okay, now I know that this angle here is equal to that angle measure plus that angle measure. So that tells me that beta is equal to alpha plus gamma. So now I want to find alpha in terms of beta and gamma, so I'm just going to subtract both sides of this by, I'm going to subtract gamma from both sides of this. So I have beta minus gamma is equal to alpha. Okay, here we have a number x that's increased by 4. The fifth root of that result equals negative 0.45. We want to find the value of x. Okay, so let's start with the number x. It's increased by 4. That means we add 4 to it. The fifth root of that is equal to negative 0.45. So the fifth root of that means this to the 1/5, is equal to negative 0.45. To find the value of x, I'm going to use my TI calculator. I'm going to plug this into y1 equals, and I'm going to plug this into y2 equals, and then I'm going to find the intersection point. Okay, this is what the graph looks like, a rough sketch of the graph of both of them, and I'm looking for this intersection right here. So if I use second calc intersect, I find that x is around negative 4.018. Okay, another way to do this problem, if you don't like graphing, and this actually might be a little faster, is we want to get rid of this power of 1/5 here, so we can raise this side to the 5th power and that side to the 5th power. Then this side simplifies to x plus 4. And this is negative 0.45 to the fifth. Then to solve for x, we subtract 4 from both sides. All right, and obviously we get the same answer. So movie tickets cost $7.50 for kids and $10.50 for adults. On a particular night, 300 tickets were sold for a total of $2,475. We want to know how many kids' tickets were sold. The first thing we're going to do is assign variables to the two unknowns, which are the number of kids' tickets sold and the number of adult tickets sold. Okay, next we can set up two equations. We know that there were 300 tickets total sold. That means if we add the number of kids' tickets to the number of adults' tickets, we get 300. We also know that from that sale, the movie theater took in $2,475. So for each of those X kids tickets sold, the movie theater got $7.50. So we're going to do 7.5, which is really the $7.50 for each of those X kids tickets, plus for each of the Y adult tickets, the movie theater took in $10.50. So we'll multiply Y by $10.50, or just 10.5. And that equals the total taken, which was $2,475. Okay, we want to know how many kids' tickets sold, so we want to solve this linear system here for x. I'm going to go to the first equation and find out what y is in terms of x. So I'm going to subtract y from both sides. I'm sorry, I want to find out what y is in terms of x, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So y is equal to 300 minus x. And I'm going to take that value of y and substitute it in to the y in the second equation. So I get 7.5x plus 10.5 times y, or 300 minus x, equals 2475. Now I'll distribute the 10.5 to both of those. And now we just multiply 10.5 by 300. Now we'll combine our two like terms, 7.5x minus 10.5x. Okay, now we'll subtract 3150 from both sides. And then finally we divide both sides by -3. We get x is equal to 225. So we have 225 kids' tickets sold.